Hey everybody, Rick here. It's been a while since I've been on YouTube. I've been absent for a couple of weeks, but that's because I've been getting myself arranged and everything together to come back to Thailand, which is where I'm recording this video now. I just arrived here just a few days ago, and it's been very hectic. Whenever I first got here, of course, all of my friends over here, they want me to come over and we have dinner, and I put up a few video shorts. We went out and partied and had a good time for the first few days. We just missed each other. So we went out and we did some hanging out and went and did some different things. But now then, I'm going to be doing some things a little bit different. I'm wanting to retire over here, as I've mentioned several times. So whenever I came here this time, I did things a little bit differently. Last time I just did on the visa on arrival, where I got a stamp, and it was good for 30 days. And then I went and did a border run over into Laos and came back, had another 30 days. This time I decided I wanted to do something different and see if it was as difficult as what I'd heard. And I went on the Thai embassy website and I decided I would do one of their e-visas, which is good for 60 days. So I had to jump through a few hoops to do it, but it wasn't a big deal. It was mainly, getting a good picture of my passport, a photograph like you would use for a passport photo. They wanted uploaded, some other documentation, and just the hardest part was probably they wanted to see all visa stamps in a file that were put in my passport book. Well, there were multiple pages, but they only had the spot that I could find on the website, the consulate site, to where I could upload one image. But I mean, that was easily solved by I just opened up a word processing document in Pages on my Mac and just took photographs on the phone and airdropped them to it and made just one page continuous and exported it as a JPEG. So it had all of the photographs just on one JPEG form. They said that it takes like 3 to 10 days to get it. So, I did, and they're good for 90 days. You have to use them or start them within 90 days. And the clock starts ticking as soon as you land in Thailand on that, I'm sorry, I said 90 days, on that 60-day period. So what I did was I filled out about 2 weeks before I left, so I had adequate time. It only took 5 days, and I got an email back that I printed out that said that I had been approved for the e-visa, by the Thai immigration, and I had 60 days this time whenever I come into Thailand without having to take a border run or check in with immigration. And it had a QR code on it, and it said to be sure and carry this with me when I traveled. And when I landed in Thailand, they had my passport. I made sure and told them I had this. I didn't want them just to give me a stamp for the 30 days on arrival, so they seen it. Then they stamped and said that, I had my 60 days here. Now then, what I want to do that I've got that is I'm going to be going back to Jom Tien or Pattaya area, someplace around one of the beaches, because that's where I like to go. And when I'm there, I'm going to go get one of the agencies. I hear it's best to have an agency help you the first time you do this. I'm being told that I should convert this to a type O visa, and that's going to give me, or OA, I can't remember which one it was or if they were the same, but when I talk to them on the phone, whenever I go in basically and get this, it allows me to have 90 days in the country until I go check in with immigration. And then when I go check in, they can extend that another 90. And this can happen for up to a year's time. And then when your year's time's up, you can just go back into immigration and renew it. And the cost is about, not through the agency, the cost with the Thai embassy is about $80 US to get this done. So you can pay $80 US, supply the right documentation, and you basically have a year at a time in Thailand, is my understanding. 30 days at a time with 30-day check-in periods, which isn't a big deal, that makes that pretty nice. And then I may possibly change that into some type of retirement visa. There's several different types. I'm not set to where I don't want like the Thai elite visa or anything like that. I just want to get something to where it's good for like 6, 8 months without having to do, any big deal except just standard immigration check-ins, that type of thing. And then that way I feel like I can travel back and forth to the United States whenever I have things I want to do there, go back there in the spring and the summertime. And then whenever it starts getting fall and winter, I can pop back over here to Thailand and possibly already have me a place rented. That's going to be one of the other things I'm going to attempt to do this time is I'm going to go look around in some of the different beach locations. Tia's going to go with me. She's finishing up work at her school, and once she gets that, we're going to take off, and I want to try to find some place that I might be able to do a long-term rent. So rent basically to get a better price a year at a time, and then down on one of the beaches, somewhere. And then if I find what I like, then I'll know that whenever I come over here and I'm popping back and forth, I've always got some place to go. I can just leave some clothes, I can leave things I like, or to use my YouTube studio equipment, that type of thing, and just kind of have a home base here. And then I'll be able to travel around to make videos in Thailand and the other surrounding countries. My plans are I want to not only cover as much as I can of Thailand, but I want to get over into Cambodia and Vietnam. I also have been hearing some really interesting things about Malaysia, and I hear it's just really upscale, has excellent infrastructure, and again, very cost effective. So I want to go over into Malaysia and look around there and see what it's like. Southeast Asia, just in many of the areas that I'm traveling, is so much more affordable than the United States, and I just like it better. I don't mind the weather. I don't mind. I'm here now in what they're calling rainy season, monsoon season, but in the northern area where I'm at, that's really not that bad because to me, because what it does is it will rain at night. Like right now outside, it's really sunny, and I'm gonna get ready to go out and go on a run. And then by night, generally it doesn't rain all day, or it hasn't been, or it'll be raining a little bit early of a morning and stop. Sun will come out. It does get damn hot. I'll tell you that. It's very warm, but it won't rain all day long. Then whenever it comes into the evening, it'll start clouding up, and generally I'll get woke up at night because you'll have some very heavy rain at night. But once you kind of hear it, it's actually rather relaxing. Go back to sleep, and then get up of a morning, and it's generally cloudy and kind of cool. And then like right now, about 9 o'clock in the morning, 9:30, the cloud cover it breaks up, start getting a lot of sun, and then of course the humidity goes up, and it's pretty hot throughout the day. But if you find shade, there's a lot of times just a nice breeze. So it's not that bad. It's pretty darn decent. So that's kind of my plan on what I'm going to do so far whenever I'm over here is try to get some of these things taken care of and figure out my visa, figure out what type of retirement, try to find a location where I can do a long-term lease. Just take care of some things in general. Tia wants to be able to come to the United States, so we're going to try to get her a visa and get things rolling on that. It's very difficult for Thai people to get a visa to come into the United States. Don't ask me why, the way things are going over in the States right now. I mean, I told her we probably should just, fly over into Mexico and wade across the river and they'd greet us with phones and money. But for her to be a hardworking citizen over here and work for the government and come in and try to get a visa, it's difficult. She has to jump through a lot of hoops to get something just to come over for 90 days time. So, but that aside, we're going to trudge forward and go through all the bureaucracy and paperwork with the embassy and get that done so that she can come over. I'd like her to see some things, and she'd like to see like Las Vegas, the Grand Canyon, maybe Yellowstone, go through Colorado or some of those areas so she can just get a feel for what it's like over in the States. So that's kind of the plans. That's what I'm doing right now. I'll have a lot of more, you guys had said you liked cultural type videos, so I'm going to try to hit more on that for you. I did go the other day to her school, and I want to check into all the legalities because I had permission from the school and, of course, permission from her, and did some videos of the kids in school and how they were taught and some of the things going on like that. But I got to thinking about it, and I know YouTube can have some different policy issues, or different places can have that if you've got kids on there. So I just want to be sure that everything is, on the up and up before I do anything. I don't want to do anything wrong to hurt the channel. I don't want to do anything wrong that would upset anybody. Even though, like I said, I recorded nothing but just some of the teaching in the school, and I did have the school's full permission to do so. I just wanted to see how they teach in the U.S. or in Thailand versus how I know they teach in the USA, just for my knowledge, and I wanted to share that with you guys. But there again, I want to be sure it's okay before I put the video up on it. So right now, while I'm here, the goal is what I've said. I'll touch on it one more time. Figure out visa stuff, let you guys know how it goes, have an agency help me get that first visa for whichever type they decide is the best for what my long-term goals are. And I'll let you know that once I go talk to them. That'll probably be a few days. Find me a location that I like in one of the beach towns. Maybe it's Jom Tien, maybe it's Pattaya, I don't know, Chonburi, Krabi, I don't know yet. I'm going to go look again and just get some of the costs down, but try to find that location and then just start producing some content for you guys. I'll try to pick out some new and different things and show you some stuff. I will show you here in the village. One thing before I go here, I do want to touch on that. I'm going to show you some true village life. In some of my first videos, I was extremely green at doing them, and I still am. I know these aren't the best videos in the world, but I'm learning, with practice, I'm getting better at it. But I want to spread the experience for you guys. So I want you to meet some of the people and see some of the things we do. Just see the village in general and everything, and how these people live out here in the northern region, how the Asan people live. It's absolutely fascinating to me, and I say this in every video, but I mean it from the bottom of my heart. They are all some of the kindest people I've ever met. They treat me so extremely well whenever I'm over here, and they have no expectations. They're just good, loving, kind people. So I'll try to go through and let you see some more of the culture and some of the things that we do whenever we're over here. And I'm going to finish up this tattoo. I'm going to get this sleeve finished. I'm excited about that. I'm going to do another dragon that's going to come up, and I'm going to have the three-headed dragon here, and I'm going to go back to Pam Tattoo and Jom Tien, and I'll do a video of that because the guy did excellent work. I thought he did a really good job on this one. I was very, very pleased with it myself, and we'll, cover some things like that for you. So this is Rick, and this is Rick's Adventures, guys. And, if you like the video, again, please like and subscribe. The channel's growing a lot. I'm super excited about that. It must mean that some of this content is helpful to you guys and you enjoy it. So I'm happy about that. So this is Rick. I'm signing off, guys, and I'll see you very soon.